good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Flight Academy Kicks, aka Pastor Flight, Sugar Flight, Flex Luger. Call me what you want, just don't call me bro. And I'm back with a special video today. Yes, your boy is still in DC. Y'all see the backgrounds and the surroundings. And a lot of y'all been like inboxing me and you know, comments saying, bro, how you ain't go to the African American Museum? Well, it's not that I didn't go. I was just waiting for a special moment to go because I wanted to do a whole video on this experience, man. I should have known I was gonna leave, but I wasn't gonna leave without actually coming here, man. Actually, the whole team tried to come, but we just had like a lot of stuff going on. But since I'm the last one to leave, I'm actually gonna go in here now and check it out and just get the full experience on it, man. So let's get it, man. Let's go, man. That's the building, man. This whole surrounding. This building actually dope. It kind of looked like the building that Nike posted for that they're gonna do for LeBron. But let's get inside, man. All right, so this place is huge. Honestly, I don't know where to start, so I'm gonna just be recording. I want to try to capture everything as possible, but I do want to know what I'm looking at, man. So I'm gonna start with getting a map from somewhere and pick it up from there. National Museum of African American History and Culture. I see it, man. President of the United States, Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? So this is on September 24, 2016. So I heard that when this first was open, like it was a crazy, crazy line. I believe it, man. So let's go get a map, man, so we know what we got.
You see Queen and Zinga and a lot of the beautiful African empires, then you go to the transatlantic slave trade. And just follow all the events or exhibits are in order.
Okay.
Chronological, historical order.
So it's the order from up?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Then upstairs is the specialty galleries. Like this is the interactive galleries.
Okay.
You see the movie The Green Book?
Yeah.
They actually have a car you can simulate The Green Book. They have a hip hop exhibit, step show exhibit, family research center. This is sports and military history. And this right here is cultural expressions, jazz, music, dance, and art.
Okay.
Yep, so
all right, let's do it. Appreciate it. Let's do it. All right, so I was just at the Walmart Welcome Center. Got to give a shout out to Walmart, man. They be looking out for African Americans, man. So as y'all see, man, he said start at the bottom. So the first thing about it here is slavery and freedom, man. So this gonna be deep, man, but let's get to it, bro. I'm really excited to see what the exhibit's gonna look like. And it's a beautiful in here, man. This whole, y'all like a good area view. This whole thing is just beautiful, man. So let's go downstairs. Sound like some Final Destination, but I always thought about like when you going down these escalades and they like very like long or whatever, pause, like what if they just like all just collapse and it just becomes one big old slide and you just gotta roll down, man. Yeah, maybe I'm the only one to think about that. All right, let's just move along. All right, so here we have a collection from scratch. Check these out though, y'all. Palmer Air Force Ones. I think these were made by Vance Taylor Monroe. That's pretty dope. He did a good job on those. It's pretty dope, man. I like them shoes though. You know what I'm saying? You know how well connected and very detailed you gotta be to get your Air Force Ones in the museum. Hey man, whoever you are, bro, Vance Taylor, man, you did an excellent job, man. Very, very good. This is the whole setup of the actual building. You can see everything. This is kind of where it started. Century in the making. All right, let's get in. I think this might be my first museum right here, man. So the gallery going, so let's walk inside. Man, all the greats, man. All the greats. Get a good gist of it. Arsenio Hall. So this is our first stop. The journey towards freedom, 15th through the 21st century. Almost got tongue tied. I'm gonna put this here so some of y'all can pause that and read it. See this. I'm so excited to be here, man. It's a piece of our history. The lady has several Rosa Parks.
enslaved Africans and the profits made from their labor developed European nations and Negro colonies. In the 1750s, he gained influence as one of the wealthiest colonists and later became a prominent member of the Continental Congress. The wealth generated by slavery was enormous for nations as well. By 1833, when Great Britain abolished slavery, the country paid out roughly $2.4 billion in today's currency to compensate British slave owners. The transatlantic slave trade was built on profit and human suffering. Despite the harsh reality of the inhumanity of enslavement, enslaved people, forcibly dispersed throughout the Atlantic world, created something more. New connections, new cultures, and a rich African diaspora.
So this is the maps of which way the ships came. Let's see. Oh, you see the maps, man.
The race-based system of slavery was cemented into law. It was fundamental to the growing colonial economy and would prove instrumental to the founding of the United States.
Look at that number. Look at that number, man.
When Africans arrived in this they encountered different environments and varying slavery. From rocky coastlines to dense swamplands, massive forests, and expansive coastal plains, enslaved Africans learned to trade. They cleared and cultivated the land, building profitable plantations and port cities. Forced together, Africans, including the Akan, Igbo, Mende, and Bambara, contributed to the new regional cultures throughout colonial North America. While all the colonies held enslaved people, the systems of slavery varied. In most instances, the condition of slavery was not yet defined. In some instances, a few Africans in America had limited degrees of freedom. On large plantations, enslaved people made up the majority, often worked in a variety of trades, as domestics, craftsmen, dock workers, and local
That's a
vendors.
nice one, so it's a lot smaller, but it's still.
In bustling cities,
From the earliest day of arrival and colonial North America,
exhibited enslaved labor spread across with the reliance on enslaved populations, new laws defined who is enslaved and who is free.
47-year-old sailor and his act of defiance marked the beginning of the
The law faced slavery and made it hereditary.
Enslaved or free. With much of colonial society built on human bondage, some felt that there was a paradox at the heart of the American Revolution. Abigail Adams, a white patriot, wrote, "It always appeared a most iniquitous scheme to me, fight ourselves for what we are daily robbing and plundering from those who have as good a right to freedom as we have." For Africans, the revolution was a battle for freedom from slavery. As 20% of the population, Africans could tip the scales of war and therefore could not be ignored. The British and colonial armies, though initially reluctant, sought the advantage of recruiting able-bodied enslaved Africans to support their cause. Africans aligned with whichever side offered the better promise of freedom. The British acted first. On behalf of the British government, Lord Dunmore of Virginia proclaimed a promise of freedom to all enslaved Africans who crossed into British lines.
Yeah, I heard that. Then the slaves stepped across the line, and the bidding stopped. I had a brother, Jim, who was sold to dress young misses for a wedding. I sat there and cried and cried. Just chains on, carried it on. I ain't never felt so lonesome.
That some of it needs explanation.
If Aunt Mary was feeding her own baby, Master John would tell Aunt Mary to go on and nurse his baby first. Aunt Mary could answer him. Like my mom said, she often sees Aunt Mary cry till the tears under her chin.
I was a young man and didn't see why I should be anybody's. I'd run away every chance I got. Sometimes they get killed.
I don't know if there's a paper back there. It was just phenomenal to see. They could cut insiders in that after the based on the fulfillment from Europe or the United States had written, it wouldn't remain in slavery, but
let the slaves and free colored people be called into service and formed into a liberating army to march into the South and raise the banner of emancipation. In fact, African Americans had already begun to act. 3 enslaved men, Shepard Mallory, Frank Baker, and James Townsend, crossed Union lines and entered Fort Monroe. They declared themselves free. Tens of thousands followed suit. Each time the United States Army advanced, enslaved African Americans ran towards freedom within Union lines. Union General John Eaton recalled, "Imagine an army of slaves and fugitives pushing its way irresistibly toward an army of fighting men. Their arrival among us was like the oncoming of cities." Unwilling to violate slaveholders' property rights, the United States hesitated. Instead of emancipating the fugitives from slavery, the government declared African Americans contraband and put them to work.
Attention visitors, running, horseplay, and playing on or throwing items on balconies is strictly prohibited.
Alright, so we're going to the next part. I do apologize about me having to do the filming kind of quick, but kind of got to keep moving because there's a lot of people in here, so you don't want to kind of get caught in a batch and get stuck. So, but so far, man, this is deep, man. So let's check out some more stuff.
And celebrated the passage of the 14th Amendment, which granted African American citizenship and equal protection under the law. And they pressed for the right to vote, which was equally no risk to prosper to learn that there is as much dignity in tilling a field as in writing a poem. It is at the bottom of life we must begin, and not at the top.
But activist Du Bois encouraged African Americans to seek voting rights and, if possible, attend college.
So far as Mr. Washington apologizes for injustice, effects of past decisions and proposes a higher training and issue.
This time they moved north and west. And Roland Hayes, along with composer Emmett Till, invigorated classical music and reintroduced African American, white, and European audiences to spirituals.
Executive order banning discrimination in defense issues. Randolph called the event off, but the seed for a march on Washington had been planted. During World War II, to highlight the irony of black troops.
I think that's nonviolent spot.
Yo, this place is amazing, man. I really wish I had more time to like really stop and study like each and everything. This is definitely a come to. We're not even done yet, but we're about to go and tour this rail cart right now. But this place is just amazing.
Daddy, why are all the colored people sitting in the other part of the train?
Well, darling, they're not allowed to sit where we sit.
But why? Mom, where's you going?
Hush, child. We need to be quiet now.
I'm hungry. Can we go get some food?
No, baby, we can't. But I brought you some food. The white folks can eat it down the cup.
But why?
Baby, it's all. It ain't right.
Commit to me that one man may rightfully make another man enslaved, and I will no longer subscribe to the Declaration of Independence. And these restrictions were condoned by African Americans that earned a PhD at Harvard University. Right in 1944.
All right, so I just left out of the Emmett Till section. We're not allowed to take pictures or record in the area, but in the area was an actual Emmett Till's casket. So apparently in 2005, they redug his body back up for re-examining from Cooks County. And so the family gave permission to bring the casket here. So his actual casket was in there. Of course, he was not in there. He was put in a new casket, but the actual casket was in there, so they don't allow you to record or take photos. But that room was deep, man. Actually, people was in there sharing tears, man. So his actual casket was in there and the pictures and everything. So it's crazy.
This is the meaning of our liberty and our creed, why men and women and children of every race and every faith can join in celebration across this magnificent mall. This is a tragedy. You know, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon.
Protesters converge on Ferguson Police Headquarters, demanding justice from Michael Brown, the unarmed teenager killed by a police officer 2 months ago. Others facing the victims of police violence.
All right, so I gotta show y'all this because the whole time I'm in here, I was like, yo, if you're gonna have an African-American museum, they gotta have some soul food in here, man. So they got some in here, man. So I'm about to go test it out, man. But this museum has been nothing but amazing. So this is some of the food they offer here at the museum. So collard greens, you got your Hop and Johns, fried chicken, mac and cheese, and then that Southern. I accidentally put too much hot sauce on it, but you never really can have too much hot sauce. So I'm about to, you know, test it out and see how good it is, man. But this overall experience just been nice, man. Very, very pleased that I came here, man. So let me dig into it. All right, so I just gotta tell y'all, this food's busting. Listen, this food makes the whole experience just amazing. Okay. Because if you're gonna learn about African American, you gotta learn about the food. Because you know, in the black community, the food is very important. Some of the best times happen around the dinner table, man. So it was definitely good, man. Just want to give y'all the report. All right, y'all. So this wraps up the whole tour of the museum. I wasn't able to get exactly all parts of it. It's a lot. It's a lot that's in the museum, and I feel like I don't want to take too much of the experience away from you. I feel like a lot of y'all who's watching but thinking about coming, listen, come out here. The museum is free. It's so much in that building. It was another level for sports. But like I said, I gotta catch a flight, man, so I couldn't stay but so long. But listen, man, and I really wish I could have seen the sports because my cousin is actually Althea Gibson. She's one of the first black tennis players, female black tennis players. So it would have been nice to see that, man. But I'm definitely coming back, man, because I want to be able to view the whole thing. And not have to worry about like recording, but actually just kind of absorb in everything. And I'm sorry, it's police sirens. It's always police sirens in Washington, D.C. I don't know why, but it is, man. But the museum was dope, man. But I hope the video do some justice on just what's here. But I want you guys to come out here, man, and check for yourself. One of the things that was beautiful is that being at this African American museum, you already know that there were going to be a lot of African Americans there to see the history. But it was good to see the different cultures there, man. It was, you know, Caucasians, it was Indians, like it was just all types of races, you know what I'm saying, and people from different walks of life out here to see African American history, man. So it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. So it definitely was worth it, you know what I'm saying? It was free, so you never could complain about that. But even if I had to pay $50, it was still well worth it. And I didn't even get to finish everything, man. But I just loved it, man. It was so many people in there. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the Emmett Till part kind of got me. Like I said, I couldn't video that one because it's not allowed in that room because his actual casket is in there. Not, of course, not the body, but, you know, like I was telling y'all, I don't know if y'all could hear me, but he was actually, they dug him back up in 2005, which I didn't even know that, to do more tests. And then they put him in a new casket in 2005. So they brought the casket that he was actually buried in is in there. So y'all gotta come and see that for yourself, man. But definitely worth the experience. Washington, D.C. has just been simply amazing. Man, I can't wait to come back, man. Everything was just been fun, man. So that wraps up everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please, you know, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Till next time, man. It's your boy, Mr. Flight Academy Kicks. Take flight with the flies, and if you ain't flying with me, just ain't flying right. Y'all know the motto: hustle and motivate. Long live Nip, man. We out.
That's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway.